Well, hey everyone, how are you? How are you? Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Um I hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving, right? Um and so I wanted to um just ask you, how was your Thanksgiving? In the chat, let me know how your Thanksgiving was. Mine was awesome. My children drove all the way from California to Mississippi to come and see their family, my children, right? I tell you, that was the best. And it was a surprise, y'all. It was a surprise. So, I was jazzed. I was jumping up and down. I was so excited. So excited. And so today I want to ask you a question. Yeah, you. I want to ask you a question. Has your hair felt confused? Has your hair ever felt confused? Like sometimes it's dry, sometimes it's soft, sometimes it act brand new, right? And you didn't even know what it wanted. Well, that is exactly what I experienced before. My own hair, I tell you, it acts brand new. It used to act brand new. So there was a season when my own hair confused me. I didn't know what to do. I didn't have the answers. And some days it felt like it loved moisture. And then some days it felt fuzzy, right? It looked fuzzy. And then some days it laid beautifully, like now, right? So it's time for me to do my retightening, to do my me time. Y'all, I've been saying I'm going to do my me time, right? And it's just been so busy after my family left. I tell you, I had to regroup. So this weekend, right, is my time to do my hair. Hey, Carolyn, how are you, Pearl member? Good to have you on here, Carolyn. Carolyn is our first Pearl member. We have 5 members now, y'all. And Carolyn was the very first member. She is a Pearl member, right? And so I am so happy to have you on here, Carolyn. um, and so, so anyway, it is time for me to do my hair. And but I kept thinking, when I had that season when I did not know what was going on with my hair, I kept saying, what am I doing wrong? Because my hair stayed short. I mean, it stayed like just barely shoulder length for a long, like neck length, right? For a long time. And I was just praying and I was saying, Lord, what am I doing wrong? I don't know, right? And it wasn't until I started doing research and I learned what my porosity was. I'm telling you, the porosity, when you know what your porosity is, it saves you time, heartache, frustration, right? It builds your confidence in your hair, right? Because your hair is growing, is thriving, is feeling soft, it looks good. So when you know your porosity, I'm telling you, that's the golden key, right? And so it wasn't until I finally understood my porosity and what it actually needed to stay balanced, right? And so when that happened, my whole mindset shifted. It shifted. And I said, my hair is soft, is manageable, and that is the key. Moisturize, hydrating, right? Keeping your hair hydrated, right? That is the key. Hey, Stephanie, how are you? Good to have you on here. Stephanie is our second Pearl member, and she came right after Carolyn. It is so good to see you, Stephanie and Carolyn. Good to see you. And so after I figured out what my porosity was, it really felt like a ton of bricks was lifted off my shoulder. And that is the time when my hair started thriving. I figured out that I needed Stella the steamer. I needed to start steaming my hair, right? And so that's what I want to talk about today is we're in our new series for this month, right? And we're talking about medium porosity hair. Medium porosity hair. And so let's get centered. You all know I like to get centered. I am passionate about what I do for you ladies. And so I want to get centered. I want us to build our confidence, and I want to affirm you as a queen, the queen that you are, right? And so last week I talked about why I call you queen. And I hope if you haven't seen that video, go back and listen to that video, why I call you queen. And so in that light, I want to honor you. I want to help us get centered so that we can learn and so that we can build our confidence up and learn something new, right? Learn something new. So let's talk, say this with me, and I want you to believe it. Okay. I want you to believe it. I trust spiritual alignment over old rules. Right? So let me get my mic. I forgot I didn't have my mic right here. Can y'all hear me a little better? I hope so. Forgot I didn't have my mic here. And so the affirmation is I trust spiritual alignment over old rules. And so what that means is trust yourself. You know what's best for your own hair, right? And you know we've been taught old rules. Do not moisturize your hair, right? And that's old. That's played out. We need moisture. Our hair needs moisture. Our hair needs to be hydrated. So trust yourself, trust your own wisdom when it comes to your hair care, right? And so that's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about medium porosity Sisterlocks and how to balance and hydrate and become spiritually aligned for your crown, right? Again, this is our crown. Our hair is our crown, right? And so this week we're stepping into the beauty of medium porosity. Okay. The most balanced, most versatile, and sometimes the most misunderstood type of hair on your Sisterlocks journey. And so when you understand your porosity, right, you stop fighting your hair and you start partnering with your hair. Isn't that wonderful? So we're going to talk about how to balance your medium porosity Sisterlocks for true hydration and flow, right? And flow. So medium porosity hair doesn't need extremes. It just needs balance, right? So when you learn what your medium porosity crown responds to, you save time, you save money, energy, and emotional frustration. And medium porosity hair loves hydration, but not too much, right? It loves oils, but not too heavy. And it loves moisture, but not suffocation, right? So once you understand the sweet spot for your own hair, your crown becomes predictable, manageable, and consistently growing and thriving, right? And so, Queen, God did not design your crown to confuse you. He designed your crown to respond to your wisdom. your wisdom, right? And so let's talk about medium porosity. It's balanced, but not automatic. Okay. So medium porosity, cuticles open and close more easily, right? It's a little more, it's easier for those cuticles to open and close. They accept moisture better than low porosity, and it loses moisture slower than high porosity, because high porosity lose moisture quickly, right? And so the key is consistent moisture, not random moisture. Your crown thrives when you follow a gentle rhythm. I love that rhythm, right? And so the secret to hydrating medium porosity hair is layering it, right? Layering. And so we're going to now talk about the hydration trio, or another word for that is HSP: hydrate, seal, and protect, right? So you want to use a light water-based spray. Now, the medium porosity hair responds well to our Argan Collection or our Rose Petals Collection, right? So this is the collection that we're going to focus on and feature for the remaining of this series this month, is our Argan Collection. So you want to use a light water-based spray, and this opens the cuticle gently, right? It helps to hydrate those cuticles and opens up those cuticles gently. Then you want to use a lightweight conditioner, right? So this is our Argan conditioner cream, and it's very lightweight. It smells delicious and it loves your hair, right? The ingredients nourishes your scalp and your hair. Then you want to seal everything in with a nourishing oil. Now we have our argan oil here and or our avocado oil. Either one of these oils are excellent for medium porosity hair. Our avocado oil, it goes with all of the it responds wonderfully to all levels of porosity, right? So that's why I say you can use the avocado oil or your argan oil for your medium porosity hair. And of course, you want to start out by shampooing your medium porosity hair with a wonderful shampoo. And we have our Argan Luxurious shampoo that has a nice amount of argan oil in it, right? So it nourishes your scalp, it hydrates your hair, but it doesn't strip your hair of the necessary oils that you need. Okay. And so this layering becomes your weekly rhythm, right? It's your weekly rhythm. Like my rhythm is usually on Thursday, on a Friday, actually more like Saturday if I'm not going anywhere. Saturday and or Sunday is my weekly rhythm where I shampoo my hair, I condition it, I oil it, I sit under my Stella the steamer, and then I just love on my hair, right? And so that is what I call my me time, right? And so that's what I do. So I want to encourage you to get a weekly, if you can. I know weekly is a lot for some people, but if you can do it even every other week, just as long as you get a rhythm, right? And let me demystify this saying that our hair grows and thrives with dirty scalp, and that is untrue. Just like our skin needs to be cleansed, so do our scalp, especially our scalp, because we sweat in our scalp, we put hair products in our scalp, and everything like that. And so we need to keep our scalp as clean as possible, at least 2 times a month, but preferably weekly is perfect for your hair health, right? And so let's talk about spiritual alignment. And this goes with your crown's flow state, right? It's like your crown has its own life, and it does, right? There's all kind of life underneath underneath our scalp here, that's where the life is right underneath where our hair emerges, right? And so it has its own life in and of itself. And so Queen Carolyn and Queen Stephanie and any other queen that's watching, your hair responds to peace, right? Your hair responds to peace. Turmoil, chaos, rushing, stress, it all shows up in your crown, right? So when you're frustrated and when you're stressed out, your scalp might get dry and it might itch, and you wondering what is wrong? Why is my hair itching so much, right? It's because when your spirit is in chaos and stress, your hair responds that way. Your scalp responds that way. And so some people are on a lot of medication, right? And so your hair is a reflection of your inner peace and your inner health. So sometimes your hair may look dull and dry. And it's sometimes we just feel like I don't have time to do my hair, right? I don't have time. Like I said, I had to regroup from my people coming to see me, right? And so I cannot wait until this week is over so I can have my me time. And I need to retighten. You see all this new growth? Oh my goodness. It's a catch 22, right? I'm so happy that my hair is thriving and growing, but I do my own retightening. And so I have to look forward to my arms getting tired, my neck getting stiff. But hey, that's part of the process, right? My daughter used to do my hair when I was in California, but now I do my own hair. Sometimes I'm up at 2 o'clock in the morning. So it's really, I say that I wish I had someone that can do my hair, but really I manage it very well. And so I just have to psych myself up to do my own hair, right? And so anyway, so when your spirit is aligned, right? Your hair thrives. And medium porosity hair responds to balance, right? The same balance that our spirit responds to, right? So you'll begin, if you stick with me long enough, you will begin to see how our emotional, mental peace reflects or is connected to our hair piece, right? I call it hair piece. You will begin to see, and it's going to start making sense to you that our inner piece is reflective or is correlated with our hair piece, or our hair piece is correlated with our inner piece, right? And so let me ask you, Queen. So Carolyn and Stephanie in the comment section in the chat, and anyone else right now, all you have to do is become a member. This is, I think I have it on subscriber only chat. So if you're not a subscriber to this channel, all you have to do is subscribe to the channel and you can hop right into the chat, right? I'm very intentional. I am building an intentional exclusive club for my queens, right? And so you all are special to me, and I want to create a special exclusive community just for you. And so you have to be committed, y'all. You have to be committed. So if you're not a subscriber to this channel, all you need to do is subscribe, and you can jump into the comment to the chat area. And so those who are in chat, I want to ask you to tell me in the chat what's your biggest challenge you face if you are medium porosity. If you're not medium porosity, just let me know what porosity you are. Hopefully you already took the porosity test, the porosity quiz, and then let me know what your biggest challenge is that you face, right? Is it moisture? Is it softness? Is it being consistent with your hair care? What are your biggest challenges, with your hair right now? And let me know if you have sister locks, if you have dreadlocks or locks, right? They don't like to call them dreadlocks. There's nothing dreadful about it. If you have braids, twist, let me know what type of hairstyle you rocking, right? And so again, all you need to do is spray your hair, right? Let me spray my hair. Let me make sure it's on. Okay. All you need to do is spray your hair, right? Spray your hair first. Ooh, that feel good, right? And then you would put a little conditioner on it. Conditioner softens your hair and it moisturizes your hair, right? So you would do that. And then this is all over your head, right? And then you would seal it in, right, with some either argan oil. So, right, I just put just a little argan oil in my hand, and then you would seal in that moisture with your oils, right? So that is the Hydro Trio, or the HSP: Hydrate, Seal, and Protect. That protects your hair when you seal it in with the oils, right? And it's lightweight, it doesn't cause buildup, and your hair begins to thrive, right? Okay, so Carolyn say I'm low porosity. All right, so last week, this past month, that was your month, right? We talked about low porosity hair. Awesome, awesome. Do you have any challenges with your hair? Hey, Debbie, how are you? And so Debbie is our 5th member. She is a white diamond member, right? And so she's my first white diamond member. It is so good to have you on here, Debbie. And so you say your challenge is being consistent with washing your hair. That's your biggest challenge. I totally get it. Now, let me ask you this, Debbie. Why is it a challenge for you to wash your hair? I'm not going to put words in your mouth. Let me know what the challenge, why is it such a challenge for you to be consistent in washing your hair, right? And so Carolyn, do you have any challenges? Stephanie, do you have any challenges with your hair, with your sister locks? Okay. And I know Carolyn, you have sister locks. Stephanie, do you have sister locks? And I know Debbie has sister locks too. Okay. She said, I'm rocking a high ponytail. Hey, Renee. Wonderful, wonderful. And so so you guys, so Debbie, let me know, why is so hard for you to be consistent with washing your hair, with shampooing your hair. And then ladies, Stephanie, you said yes. Now, what are you saying yes to? Okay, I have learned to what my hair like. I had challenges in the beginning. Now my hair is doing great. Awesome, Carolyn. Awesome, awesome. That's what I love to hear, right? I love to hear that. Now, and so this is awesome. I am having such a great time with my members. I love it. I love it. Okay, so yes, Carolyn, I seen a picture of you. Your hair is doing awesome. It's gorgeous. Okay, Stephanie, you say you have sister locks. Awesome, awesome. And she said, Debbie said, I don't take the time. I have all the I know, girl. It really, but you know what? I want to help you change your mindset, right? It's like having a date with yourself. And I'm high on self-affirmation, affirming yourself. And you have a head full of beautiful sister locks. I don't see any problem with your sister locks. They're not thinning or anything. And so I know it takes work, it takes focus, right? You have to focus. And so I can imagine that is a challenge. And you have so much hair too. So I get it, right? But I want to encourage you to set a date. It's like taking time and just dating yourself for that 1 or 2 hours a week. That's it. Or even every other week. That's it. And just fall. I know that you love your hair, but I want you to change your attitude about doing your hair. This same as I preach and teach, I'm also listening, right? Because when I have to retighten my hair, like I said earlier, I have to psych myself up. I used to complain. Oh, I wish my daughter can do. I was just like whining and complaining about it. And it wasn't making anything better, right? So I changed my attitude and I said, this is a time that I can spend with myself. It's a time I can love on my hair, and it's thriving and it's growing. So when I change that mindset, because I'll sit and look at movies, or I'll look at videos that I haven't been able to look at. I'll look at a sermon, I'll listen to jazz. I have a good old time now doing my hair because I changed my attitude, right? And so that's what I want to help you, Debbie, do, right? Because your hair will thrive even more if you're consistent with your HSP, hydrate, seal, and protect, right? And so I just want to put that out there. And so, how would your hair change, right, ladies, if you finally stop guessing and fully understood what your porosity needs are? So, I guess all of you guys know, all of you ladies know. You're welcome, Debbie. I guess all of you all know what your porosity is, right? So Carolyn said her porosity is low, right? Debbie, do you know what your porosity is? And Stephanie, you said, let's see, you said, what did you say? Okay, Stephanie, well, I don't know what your porosity is. Stephanie, what is your porosity? Did you I think I saw that you took the porosity quiz too. I saw that you took the porosity quiz. So let me know what your porosity is. Debbie, do you know what your porosity is? And so you can definitely follow the steps for according to your okay, yes, medium porosity. Yep, that sounds just about right. So this month is your month, Debbie. We're talking about medium porosity, right? So let's talk about the takeaways. So I know that lesson was quite kind of quick, right? So I want to just kind of summarize. Let me see, summarize what I talked about already, right? I just want to summarize what we talked about already. So we talked about gentle hydration, right? This is for medium porosity hair, right? Medium porosity, right? And so this is what will make medium porosity hair thrive. Let me see here. Oh, come this way. This is what will make medium porosity hair thrive. It is gentle hydration, right? Gentle hydration. And again, what is hydration? That is spraying your hair. This is in between spraying your hair, right, with the argan spray and or the rose spray. But I'm going to just focus on the Argan collection, right? Because that's the collection I want to feature. But I just want to give you a footnote that medium porosity hair also responds very well to the rose petals collection. But we're going to just focus on the Argan collection, right? So you want to gently hydrate your hair with this spray, right? Then you want to be consistent, right? You want to be consistent. So we want a consistent rhythm, right? If it's weekly, that's perfect. If it's bi-weekly, that's perfect as well, as long as, did I spell that right? Okay, as long as, okay, I guess let me see here. As long as it is consistent, right? That's what we're going for, consistency, right? And then we want lightweight products. We don't want anything heavy that's going to clog our pores, clog our follicles, etc., right? So we want lightweight nourishment, right? Which is the lightweight lightweight nourishment. I'm writing all in nourishment, right? Which is the Argan Collection, right? So we talked about the shampoo. We want to shampoo, get all the sweat and all the buildup and things out of our hair with this gentle, clarifying shampoo. It nourishes your follicles. It nourishes your hair. It doesn't strip your hair. And so we want to start out cleansing our scalp with the shampoo. Then we want to get spiritually aligned, right? So we want to reduce stress in our lives. We want to reduce chaos in our lives because our hair responds to um, what our inner peace, what our inner workings do, right? So we want to make sure that we eliminate as much chaos and stress and frustration in our personal lives and our inner soul so that our hair can thrive. Because again, if you have a lot of that in your life, your hair is going to dry out. You're going to have rash in your hair. I mean, seriously, people that have a lot of stress, like when I get really, really stressed, I'll get a little eczema in the pit, in the bend of my arm, behind my neck, right? Those are indications that you're stressed, that you're frustrated. And that's not going to help anything anyway. But we're human. We understand that it doesn't help, but we have to just keep reminding ourselves that the stress and the pressure will not help the situation. So I'm just sharing with you so so I can help you become more aware, right? And to remind you to remember that getting in alignment spiritually, our prayer life, right? Just having a prayer on our heart and just staying in connection with the Father, right, is the best solution to any problem that we can have, right? And so all if we do all of this, this is what's going to give us our confidence over confusion, right? So we can you see this? Let me see. Confidence, right? Over confusion. And then that's going to give us confidence in our hair and in our self-esteem, right? So let me move this out the way so you can see, right? So you can see. So this gives us the confidence over confusion when we're spiritually aligned, right? When we use the right lightweight nourishment for our hair, and when we have a consistent rhythm, right? And when we're using gentle hydration, our hair will flourish, right? Our hair will flourish. And so I just wanted to share, I'm going to put that right there so you can see, okay? So you can see that. So it can be a gentle reminder, right? That all of this works together. All of this works together, right? So, okay. So Stephanie, you're medium porosity, excellent. And then Stephanie, you said I have all the peppermint products, so change over. Okay, so you're medium. Okay, so you're saying okay, yeah, because typically the peppermint is for low porosity, but you know what? If that feels good to you, then continue to use it. If you want to get the argan, that'll be fine as well. I use them all. I love them all, right? And so, but yeah, if you want to try the medium, I mean the argan products because you have medium porosity, that's fine. You're going to love them as well, right? You're going to love those as well. So, your crown really is not that complicated, right? It just needs you to meet it where it is, right? Meet the needs where it is. And so that's why I always like to talk about the porosity because that is like step one, right? And so your hair journey, queen, is part of your healing journey, right? And so your crown is really not that fragile, right? It's divine. Can you imagine? Wow. Can you truly imagine how God made hair? Why would he make hair? Hair is really a protector over our heads anyway, right? It's a protector of our scalp, of our head. And so hydration is how your crown comes back to life, right? It comes back to life when it's hydrated, especially our hair, because it's coily and curly. It needs that hydration so that it can grow and thrive. And so, again, if you have not taken the porosity quiz yet, that is your next step to do, right? Because when you know your porosity, right, it will help you reduce stress. It will help you stop guessing on what type of products to use, and you'll actually start nurturing your crown correctly, right? And so take the porosity quiz if you have not, and start your crown's revival, right? Today, right? I'm telling you, the porosity quiz is literally maybe 60 seconds long, and then you will know. So all the links to the porosity quiz, how to become a member of the Beautiful Locks Club, and be part of our Queen's Circle. All of those links is underneath this video in the description box, right? So everything that you need is right there. And so you're welcome, Stephanie. You are welcome. And so so I want to encourage all of you ladies, and maybe a gentleman, I'm not sure, but I want to encourage you that if you are not a subscriber of this channel, of our Beautiful Hair Products channel, become a subscriber, right, of this channel. And if you found value in this lesson, in this session that we've had, give it a thumbs up, like it, right? Make a comment at the in the comment section. And I promise you I'll get back to you, right? I will engage with you, and then share this with others. If you know someone that has sister locks, right, or natural hair that can use this information, all you do underneath this video, it'll say share, or it'll say share, and you just simply click on that, and you can share the link. You can email the link. You can text the link to someone so that they can also be privy to this information. And so again, I'd like to thank my members of the Queen Circle. We have a queendom, y'all. We are building our queendom. So Debbie, I'd like to thank you. That's Natural Debbie here in the chat. Carolyn, she's a Pearl member. Debbie is a White Diamond member, and Stephanie is a Pearl member. And I am elated to have you ladies in the queendom. And so I had another lady that says she's going to tell her friend about it, right? So we want to grow our community, because this is just our public live stream. But I have plans for our private members only live stream, right? And so we're going to be on Zoom, and we're going to have personal one-on-ones and group Zooms, right? And live streams, right? That only you all would be privy to, but you have to be White Diamond or more, right? So right now I only have Pearl. I haven't even opened up 3 more tiers, y'all. I am so excited. I want to just grow this intentionally and strongly, right? And so right now, the tiers that I have available is our Pearl tier and our White Diamond tier. Our White Diamond tier is the tier that you really do want to be on, because that is where we're going to have our live streams just with the members, right? And so anyway, You can go back in the members area and see what all you get on both of those tiers, and you decide what you want to do. But I have big plans for us, right? And so you really don't have to walk this journey alone, Queen. You really, really don't. We are building a community of women that understand the journey, that understand each other. We're building friendships. We're building collaboration away from all the social media noise, right? It's so much going on Facebook and Twitter and or X as they call it, and all the other platforms. And so this is an intentional community that we're building. And so we are intentionally connecting and growing our hair, our spirit, our lives, right? It's not just about hair, it's deeper than that, right? Hair is what bring us together, but life is what keep us together, right? And so so join the Queen Circle. You know, the link to join the Queen Circle is in the description. And this circle is your sanctuary for your sister locks, right? For support, for private lives, right? When we do the lives, for replays, for guidance. We're going to have challenges. And it builds a sisterhood, right? It really builds a sisterhood. You all will see. I'm telling you, don't sleep, right? Don't sleep, because we're going to have some nice, now that everything, I'm still transferring everything over, but once we settle the dust, it's going to be on and cracking, right? It's going to be on. And so become a member of the Beautiful Locks Club Queen Circle membership, right? And so inside you will find private lives, right? Replays that you won't find on our public spectrum. It's only for members. You get early access to teachings. And so with the lives, I went live just testing out when I very first started, and Carolyn was on there. She had become a member and she was on there. So we were able to chat, right, back and forth. And nobody else was privy to that but the member, right? You will have exclusive product education to build your personal hair ritual. Again, ritual is another word for habit, right? But I'm using intentional words. So ritual is another word for habit. So we're building our own personal hair habits or rituals, right? This is our rhythm, like we just learned today. We want a consistent, gentle rhythm, right? I like rhythm as well. And the sisterhood that grows with you spiritually. You all know I'm a woman of God. You all are women of God. So we can freely talk about how good God is, right? He answers prayer, right? I had one lady that wrote me. Was it you, Stephanie? I think it was Stephanie or one of the other ladies wrote me and said that what I'm doing here, what we're doing is an answer to her prayer. She was just praying about, something for her hair. She didn't know what to do. So she said, this is an answer to prayer. And I told her, what you saying that is an answer to my prayer. Because sometimes it's like, am I really helping others? Are people really getting something out of this? Right. And so sometimes you wonder, right? And so this is a sisterhood that is spiritual, it's emotional, without apology, and we grow our crown with confidence. Y'all, I need some water. We grow our crown with confidence, right? And it brings up our self-worth, our self-esteem. And so would you agree with me that you deserve, you spent so much money on this hairstyle, right? And you're probably still spending money getting it retightened and things like that. So don't you feel like you deserve a sacred space for and a community especially focused on your hairstyle? And that's where you will be seen, supported, and celebrated inside and out. There are so many other hairstyles and locks, but for us who have authentic sister locks, right? And I mean, if you have regular locks or whatever natural hairstyle, it's for you as well, right? It's for you as well. But I just want you to know that I am focused because I have authentic sister locks, and I know there's other women out there that have authentic sister locks, and there really isn't any place for us, right? So I'm creating this space for us, right? Those who have sister locks. Right? So no queen should navigate this journey alone, right? We need support. Sometimes we don't know what we're doing, what to do, because the opposite is being said on the outside, right? And you need someone that will support you and that you will be seen and heard, right? And your confidence really grows in community. And I'm trying not to just post every single thing or 2 or 3 times a day. I'm not trying to do that. And if I do, it's okay. You can respond to what you want to respond to. But my point is I don't want to overwhelm us because we're all busy, right? But I am, when I post something in the community, right, on the members only post, it is intentional. I'm doing it for a reason, right? And so it's to your benefit if you're going to be a member to take advantage of everything that you can, because it all builds on each other, right? We're going somewhere with this, right? Just follow your journey, right? And your hair and your spirit thrives in community. Even the strongest, most eloquent boss woman deserves and needs community, right? The most independent woman, we still need community, right? And so that's why you would join the Beautiful Locks Club Queens Circle, right? So this month, again, we are focusing on our medium porosity hair, right? We're going to be talking more and more about that. And we're going to, next week, we're going to go even deeper into medium porosity mastery. And we're going to learn how to use the products, right? I just kind of gave a little synopsis on how to use the products, or you saw me kind of demonstrate. But we're going to learn how to use the Argan Collection to nourish, protect, and elevate your crown with luxury and intention, right? And so, ladies, it's so good to have you on here. So, that was it. Do you all have any questions, any comments in the chat before I sign off? Right? Before I sign off, do you all have anything you want to share with me or anyone else? Right? I'm giving you a few seconds to get in the chat and let me know. Right? And I know sometimes the time lags a little bit, but this is what we learned today: gentle hydration, consistent rhythm, lightweight nourishment, spiritual alignment, getting rid of some of that stress and frustration, and confidence over confusion. That all plays a part when you know your porosity and when you have a gentle rhythm, right? A gentle rhythm. Well, if I don't see anything in the chat, so until next time, ladies, I want you queens to continue nourishing your sister locks one drop at a time. All right, I'll see you next week. Peace.